Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming back to you with another video, and this time the video is going to be about my fragrance collection. The format of this particular video is going to be the following. I'm just going to show you guys what I currently have in my collection and maybe spend 2-3 words on each particular fragrance. I'm not going to go dissolving the notes, telling you of what the compositions are about. You can check this out on YouTube for many other more qualified fragrance reviewers than me. But if you will wish later on, or in the future, I might make a separate video review on each particular fragrance. A shout out first to a couple of YouTubers that I follow when it comes to fragrances. For Chanel related fragrances, do check out Super Jacob's channel. For fragrances in general, and I do love watching videos from Lanier Smith from Sense Memories. He does wonderful reviews, plus in the beginning of the review he'll make a cocktail or a drink, so that's really interesting also, so you can learn also how to make some cocktails. And last but not least, I like watching reviews from Rene. His channel is Mr. Zayas81, and I'll link to all the channels in the comment box downstairs. I just love the way he presents fragrances, and actually I have a fragrance here which I picked up on his recommendation. So without further ado, guys, let's just jump into the fragrances. I'm not gonna go particular house or something. I'm just gonna pick them up as they're here, and I'm gonna talk to them, talk a bit about them. So first one that I have here is from a house which is associated mostly with making high-end jewelry, and it's Van Cleef & Arpels, and this scent is called Midnight in Paris. This particular variation is an EDT. You can pick up this one also in the EDP, but I do believe that EDT, at least for me, is strong enough. Lanier Smith from Sense Memory did a wonderful review, actually a comparison review between the EDT and EDP, so go check that out. Personally, for me, I think it's a very nice smell. I think it's more geared towards the evening. It's a more heavier smell. There's some leather in there. Very nice presentation on this one. I think one of the nicest bottles out there, which you could probably expect from a company that's actually doing jewelry. I think also another thing which is very good about this one is pretty inexpensive. I managed to pick this one online for around 20 euros. And this is, let me check here, guys, 75 ml, I believe. Yeah, 75 milliliters. So really a bargain. Do check this one out. Going further, I have here the YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. Another guy that I didn't mention before, Jeremy Fragrance. I think this is one of his favorite scents. I like the scent a lot. I think it's like, if you like L'Homme, the original L'Homme from YSL, this is like a heavier, more punchier L'Homme, which is, more suited for the evening occasion. It's a sweeter scent, very nice scent indeed, and very popular with the ladies. So I definitely want to check out, guys. It's YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. Moving through my collection, here is, let's do one fresh one quickly. For me, this one is, the nicest soapy fragrance I came across. You probably already know by looking at the bottle, which is quite unique what this is. If you don't know, it is Mugler Cologne from Thierry Mugler. The story behind this one being when Thierry Mugler was a kid on vacation, or with his parents, I guess, in Morocco. He smelled a soap and he kind of remembers that smell, and this is what he wanted to recreate in this particular fragrance. For me, this fragrance, it smells like a very nice soap, kind of out of the shower kind of feeling. It's very, very fresh. Definitely a unisex fragrance, but at these days, you should wear what you like. Don't think, unisex, man, ladies fragrance. I think the barriers are very, very thin with fragrances, guys. I think it's mostly around, you should wear what you like. So I definitely have this one. Again, not super expensive fragrance, definitely something to check it out. If you want to go fresh, and if you want to go, something which is not so in your face, it's a bit down tone, Thierry Mugler cologne from Thierry Mugler. Next one that I have here is my only Tom Ford at this time in my collection. This one is not from his private blend collection, but it's more of a mainstream line, and it's called Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. So it says pretty much on itself what it is. It's a vetiver based fragrance, but in my opinion it's done a bit more edgy than your usual vetiver fragrance, so it's a bit more punchier, it's a bit more pronounced. It's still a fresh fragrance. I like rocking this one in the office because, you know, it has nice presence, but it's not offensive. The longevity on this one is very nice also, so I definitely recommend to check this one out. Another thing it's not super expensive like some of the things from his private blend. This is a 100 ml bottle, which I think ran me around 80 euros, 75 euros, I don't remember, something like that. So Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. Next I show you this little Chanel bottle, which is almost empty, and it's Allure Homme Sport. This one is a very nice fresh scent. I really like wearing this one. As I said, it's almost empty. Yeah, it's a very nice fresh scent with this one. The only thing which I didn't like that much on this, and I still don't like, is that for me, particularly for my skin, the longevity of this particular fragrance is very poor. Also the silage is very poor. I'm getting around 2-3 hours maximum, and then it just become a skin scent and it's kind of gone. You need to go very close to the skin to smell it. Funny thing though, I have a colleague at work that uses the same fragrance, and you know, I can smell him from a meter, 2 meters away whole day when he's wearing this. It's either, you know, our skins are so different and he gets a completely different projection and silage, or he's bathing himself in the fragrance and that's why he smells through the whole day. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, a very nice fragrance indeed. Not super expensive fragrance from the house of Chanel, Allure Homme Sport. I do recommend you to check it out. Definitely a very nice summer fragrance. Quickly moving on. Let's do another Chanel since we're on a Chanel bandwagon. This one is a very popular scent, a very, what they call a gentlemanly kind of office kind of scent for men, and of course I'm talking about the Bleu de Chanel. Funny enough for me, I didn't pick this one up until just recently. I always kind of smelled it and I liked it, but you know, I didn't kind of fall into it. This one is the EDP, so Eau de Parfum, but you know, I bought it because recently I got a sample of the thing and I was able to wear it the whole day, and I kind of started to appreciate it more. It is, you know, more complex than it lends itself to be on the first smell, and it has a very nice dry down, and you know, actually the longevity on this one is pretty good, and so is just the silage. Definitely an interesting smell, a very popular smell, but for the right reasons. Because there is something behind it, and I do recommend you checking this one out, guys. A great office scent, as I said. You can't go wrong with this one. So Bleu de Chanel from Chanel. Next one that I have here is a legend. Let's call it a legend of a sort from a house of Chanel. No, it's not Chanel number 5, and yes, Chanel number 5 is great, but this one is Chanel Egoiste. So Chanel Egoiste, not the platinum one, but the original Egoiste. I mean original, not really original anymore probably, because it has been reformulated a couple of times. If you want to know more about Chanel Egoiste, visit Super Dacob's channel. You know, he has a really great review and he talks about different versions, reformulations and so on. So Dacob is really an expert on Chanel, so do check this out. I picked this up because this smells really like a man to me, like, you know, a powerful man. It's a very complex scent, very peppery, very woody. You know, it's not for everybody for sure. Do try to check, do try to smell this one before you buy it, because it might not be, as you can see, my bottle is almost full, but this one I did purchase maybe a month and a half ago. And it's not for every occasion because it is very powerful. Although they did reformulate it a couple of times, and before it's supposed to be a beast, it's still a very strong fragrance. It's an absolute classic. It's a great, beautiful scent. at least in my opinion, and I highly recommend it to anybody to check it out. So Chanel Egoist. 3 more left, guys, and I'll start with this big boy here, which is Dior Homme Intense. For me, Dior Homme Intense is the one to pick up from the Dior Homme and Dior Homme Parfum line. I just believe that this one, you know, is kind of more punchier than Dior Homme, but not so aggressive as the Parfum version is. In my opinion, when I smelled 3 of them side by side before I was making my decision, I realized, at least for myself, is that you know, they're pretty similar. Kind of, I know that there are differences there, but you know what is pronouncedly different between the Homme Intense and Parfum is the amount of leather in the fragrance. So let's say that in the Homme there's maybe 10% of leather, and this one is maybe, I don't know, 20 or something more, and in that one, in the Parfum, there's like 40% of leather, where for my taste, it becomes too much overpowering. And you know, the original Homme is maybe lacking a bit of punch. This is the middle road, guys. It's also very nicely priced if you shop around. This is a 150 ml bottle, which I actually picked up for 80 euros. It's an absolute bargain, I think, for this amount of fragrance. And I absolutely love this scent, and I do recommend it to you. Alright, guys, 2 more to go. Next one, another one from the house of Dior, is the Dior Sauvage. And you know, some of you might be now looking at Dior Sauvage. Did you say Dior Sauvage? Yeah, I said Dior Sauvage. So all right. I'm making a little bit of a joke here. You know, there has been a lot of reviews on this particular fragrance, and you know, some of them are not being so good. People been saying that the fragrance, they were expecting something more, and you know, from Dior, that the fragrance smelled too metallic, that they don't like, you know. Okay, fine, you know, to each his own. I completely, you know, understand. Everybody has a bit of a different taste. Everybody sees the things a bit different. For me, what I get out of this is a very nice, very attractive, very sexy smell. Does it smell a bit metallic? Yes, it smells a bit metallic. Does this metallic thing go away after it dries down? No, it really doesn't go away. It's all the time there. But what it does, on the other hand, and this is just completely my theory, is that it helps with projection, and it helps with longevity, and it helps with silage. This thing goes for hours and hours and hours and hours, gets compliments, and then still goes for hours and still gets compliments, and so on. So, you know, do try it out for yourself. Do make up your own decision. As Lanier said, wear what you like, not what they tell you to. And that's what it's all about. So if you like it, get it. I like it. I got it. It's my collection. I recommend it. Check it out, Dior Sauvage. Last but not least, and this one is a bit of a tribute to my boy René, Mr. Zayas 81. And this is the Nasomatto Pardon. What to say about Nasomatto Pardon? The nose behind the Nasomatto project is the infamous Alessandro Galtieri, also known aka The Nose. So do check him out on the internet and some of the things he's involved. Now, he just recently launched, not so recently, but launched a new fragrance house called Orto Parisi, where he, you know, again concocted a couple of very interesting fragrances. Here in the Nasomatto project, he did, I think, Pardon, Absinthe, Black Afghano, Blamage, White Musk, White Crystal, I don't know, something like that. This one is the absolutely favorite one for me from that particular, you know, from the Nasomatto story. This is a very powerful fragrance, guys. It's actually an extract of parfum. So, you know, you have the EDT, the parfum, but this is the extract of the parfum. It comes in a 30 milliliter, you know, packaging, and that's the only packaging you can get, and a very nice, you know, wooden cap on the top. Wow, it just smells like, you know, you need to try this out. You know, do not blind buy this one, guys, for sure not, because, you know, this is not for everybody. Just look at how dark the juice is on this. You know, this gives you an idea. You know, in my opinion, the darker the juice, okay, there are some exceptions, but the darker the juice, you know, you can expect some serious power. This to me smells like a win. Okay, if there is a win, if there is a picture for winning, This is, you know, it could be pictured with this smell. This smells like a win. It smells very different. It smells very aromatic. It smells very powerful. Longevity on this, through the roof. Silage on this, through the roof. Projection on this, through the roof. Everything is through the roof on this one. Meaning, you know, you need to be in a through the mood kind of, you know, mood yourself, you know, when you're wearing this thing. So, you know, you need to be confident and, you know, really wear this instead of letting this wear you, because it can wear you, because it's really, really powerful. This is a gem, guys. If you have a, you know, if you have a chance to check it out, do check it out. Yes, of course, again, as I said from the beginning, it's not for everybody, but therefore, you know, if it is for you, and you will know, you know, I like this on the first sniff that I did, and, you know, I got actually tested before I bought it, and, you know, I returned to bought it. So an absolutely beautiful, beautiful creation called Nasomado Pardon. Okay, so this has been my 10 fragrances. Again, probably a longer video that I wanted to do, but hey, it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed my video on my collection of fragrances. If you have any question of specific fragrance, do leave it in the comment box below. If you like the video, hit the like button, and as always, subscribe, and I'll be doing more videos for you guys coming back soon. For now, have a nice day, have a nice evening, and enjoy yourself, and I talk to you soon. Ciao!